Good morning. So I realized this week I've done 10 or 11 videos now, and I don't even think I've ever said my name. So that's what we're going to do today. Just a little bit about me. So my name's Mike. I am 43. I am married, and I have 3 daughters, 2 of which you've seen. You may have seen the little one running around some of the aerial video at one of the desert art locations. Do we travel full time? Yes, we do. We have a 43-foot fifth wheel that we tow with the truck that you've seen in some of the videos. And we primarily travel around the western states. How long have we been doing it? Going on 2 years. We've been full-time RVers for over 2 years, and actually traveling on the road for coming up 2 years here this summer. Where did we originally leave from? So originally, I'm from Texas. My wife is kind of a transplant Texas resident. She hadn't been there her whole life like myself. But that's where we left from. And we actually haven't really been back, other than we had to go pick up our new fifth wheel when we traded in our travel trailer about a year ago. But for the most part, yeah, we've really haven't been back. How much do we travel? So it really just depends. Sometimes if we get somewhere and we just really like the area, we like what it has to offer, we may wind up staying there a month. There's been times where we found places we liked enough that we stayed for 2 months. One of those places would be Kanab, Utah. We do a month there minimum every time we go. But generally somewhere between 10,000 15,000 miles a year. As you know, we're down here in Quartzsite right now for the winter. Summertime we head up, cooler temps, higher altitudes, Colorado, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, stuff like that. Where do we travel? Like I said, pretty much the West. New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana. Pretty much the states that we stick to. How did we get into this? So this is kind of the long answered question. I haven't really been like an outdoors guy my whole life. Not in the sense of hiking or backpacking or climbing. I grew up racing motocross and cars, so I have always been outside, just not in this sense. So about 4 or 5 years ago, my wife and I were coming back from a vacation in Las Vegas, and we stopped at the Petrified National Forest. And we were standing up on one of the ledges, and I was looking down at the trail, and just something clicked in my head, and I decided I wanted to get into outdoors and adventuring. And so actually we left the park. I had my wife drive, and I got on Amazon and just started ordering hiking gear, backpacking stuff. And about a week later, I went and did my first backpacking trip. And then we all got gear. We all started backpacking. The issue we ran into was we lived in North Texas, and to get anywhere good was a minimum of 8 hours. So we would literally take Friday off. We would leave late Thursday night, drive 8 hours to Big Bend, Guadalupe, or 14 hours to New Mexico, and then we could do a 2 or 3 day backpacking trip, and then I'd drive straight through, come back home Sunday night to be to work on Monday. So after about a year or 2 of that, we just decided this was no longer feasible. Our neighbor across the street was buying up land, and he at one point said, if you guys ever decide to move, let me know. I'd like to buy your house. So as we got further into looking into the RV lifestyle, I called him up. I said, hey, here's what we're thinking. He said, all right, no problem. I'll have the paperwork over to you and we'll close in 30 days. So we did. And the money from our house is how we got a truck, our first trailer and everything, and paid cash. We didn't want to finance anything. We didn't want to start this lifestyle off with debt. So that's kind of how we got into it. And we originally started in a 39-foot travel trailer. Did that for about a year. And as the girls have gotten older, they've kind of wanted some more space. So we upgraded to a fifth wheel mid-bunk. So that way the little one had their own room, and then the older two get the loft upstairs. What are our future plans? At this point, we have no definitive end to the full-time lifestyle. We are looking for somewhat of a home base where we could go spend some time if we wanted to, have somewhere just to kind of, hunker down and not have to worry about, making reservations to stay in a park somewhere or something like that. So, we will be looking for some places kind of a jump off point that's more centrally located to the stuff we enjoy. So the channel, what got me to start the YouTube channel? So like I said, I've been on the road for almost 2 years. I've been adventuring and backpacking for, 4 or 5 years now. And I've always meant to record my adventures, and I've just never gotten around to it. I've even brought camera equipment with me to do stuff. And then we got out of the family or whatever, and I got too much in the moment and got home and then realized, hey, we never filmed anything for anything. So this winter, since it's a little slower and I'm here and I'm not doing as much moving around, it was a little easier for me to go ahead and get started on this. Plans for the future, I'm only going to be here in Quartzsite probably another 2 weeks. So once I get back on the road, I'll be able to show you a lot bigger, better things than just what's right here in this little area. This channel is going to be dedicated to all the adventures I have while we're out boondocking and out traveling full time. It's not going to be geared around RV life at all. I am actually going to start another channel that'll be me and my wife, kind of a cooperative effort, and that'll be all about just RVing, everyday life with kids, travel, full-time, all that kind of stuff. So I'll let you know as soon as I get that channel up and get some videos. So that way, if you just want to see the RV side of things, you can go over there, and then this channel will just be dedicated to the adventures I have while we're out. That leads me to my last thing. So I've been keeping tabs on this stuff for, upwards of 4 years now. But every time I go out, I keep GPS tracks of my hikes, my off-roading drives, my scenic drives, points of interest, campsites. I generally write up pretty large reports on these. So I've had all this, and I've actually had a map for a while. I used to have a patron page, but it was unfortunately not really controllable, and people were sharing the map and without any kind of a donation or anything. So I kind of had to fix that. So I will be opening my website coming up soon. It will be a membership platform, but for your membership, you'll get access to the maps. So I'm going to have a couple of them. One of them is going to be a video map. So anywhere I've done a video, I'll have a map just for that. And then I'll have a map with all my campsites, and then a map with any points of interest. And then I'll probably have a map that's got four-wheel drive routes, great scenic routes. I'm going to have tracks you can download and upload into Gaia or Onyx or whatever, All Trails, whatever you use for guidance. And then I'm also going to create scenic drive files that you can upload into your Garmin or into your Google Maps. And that way any vehicle can just load these in and you'll be able to have a full route scenic drive with points of interest along the way, stops and information and stuff like that. So that's what's coming in the future. I'm going to end it here. I know this is an incredibly short video. I'm not that deep, so there's not too much to know about me. So yeah, I do just want to say thank you for everyone who has subscribed, watched, liked, commented, shared. I really do appreciate it. I want to continue bringing you guys some really good content. And like I said, while we're here in Quartzsite, I'm kind of running out of stuff to do. So once we get on the road here, things will get a lot more exciting. And I've actually got some other kind of plans in the works as far as for the channel and just to kind of add to my family's adventures along the road. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you have any questions or any suggestions or any places you'd like to see, let me know. And I'm going to end it here, and I will see you guys on the next one.